All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to You Like That Extra, a midweek review show where we pick movies that are more easily accessible than in cinema movies and talk about them. There's no questions or news or anything, but we do have a main show for that. It comes out on Sundays. It's right here on the channel.
Right here.
Don't have to go anywhere else. It's just right here.
All you have to do is come here another day.
And the best way to do that is to subscribe, and it'll just come straight to you. Please leave a like while you're here as well. That helps deliver it to you faster. It's like ordering Express Post, but you don't have to pay more.
Exactly right.
All you got to do is click like.
Yeah, very easy.
My name is Jack. I am one half of You Like That Extra.
And my name is Adam. I am the other half of You Like That Extra.
This week, in celebration of Halloween, and next week, in celebration of Halloween, 5 days after Halloween, we're doing Face Your Fears. This week is me first. So... Growing up, Mum was deathly afraid of spiders, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, we're all deathly afraid. Because you don't know. You don't know why you're afraid of spiders, and then you're just like, oh, well, we watched Mum react this way to spiders growing up. Yeah. Therefore, spiders must be scary.
Yeah, that should be the only way to react.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%. Spiders are the worst fucking thing in the world. I was going to do planes, but I don't know. Just like... Plane crash movies are just kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
You know?
And there's not a lot of them?
No. Yeah, there's certainly no fun ones.
No, that's what we're going to do. Sully?
But we went with spiders for this week. And, of course, there's only one place to go. And that is Eight-Legged Freaks from 2002. God damn, what a movie. This is directed by a New Zealandish man named Ellery LKM.
New Zealand-ish?
New Zealandish. He is a New Zealander. This had so it's sort of a love letter. It's based on his own short film from 1998 called Larger Than Life. So he shot this around for like 2 years and someone picked it up. I don't remember who the studio was, sorry. But yeah, someone picked it up, gave him a bit of money, gave him $30 million.
It's a decent little chunk.
1/3 of that went just to visual effects.
Had to.
Yeah. 100%. Well, yeah. David Arquettes doesn't cost much, does it?
No, not at all. Not that time in his career.
Raked in a box office of $45 million. That's not great, and it barely came out in theaters. It was a big DVD movie.
Still, $45 million off that alone.
It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
For an only-time director. He didn't do anything after this either.
Yeah.
Like, that's an alright.
And for a massive spider movie,
yeah. It's a cool little story to tell, like Christmas.
Yeah.
It's, I did this one Hollywood movie and then never did anything yet.
Yeah, all those times where, someone's freaking out over a spider and he goes, I made a movie about spiders once.
And some people love it and some people don't.
Ooh, exactly right.
Actually, speaking of which, keep vamping for me. I didn't look at the Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Vamp. Tell me your relationship with spiders as an animal.
Yeah, as is with you, I'm also... I have 3 solid fears in my life, and they're the 3 deadly S's, which are spiders, snakes, and sharks.
Okay.
Now, let this be known, I have all 3 animals tattooed on my body.
Yep.
This is not a sort of self-help, try and face my fear. They just look fucking cool.
Yeah.
But they're scary as all fuck. And they creep the shit out of me. Sharks, I love them. They look cool. Documentaries are fucking amazing to watch.
Yeah.
Get me anywhere near, like, ocean water, I'm going to flip out, have a heart attack, and just drown myself.
Yeah.
Spiders, same thing. Creepiest motherfuckers in the world. Little ones, I'm okay with. I don't give a shit about little ones.
Okay.
Not a worry with me.
Yep.
Huntsmans are the ones.
Yeah.
Where you just go, fucking no.
Yeah.
And if you've been anywhere on the internet, you would have seen videos of huntsmans in Australia. Yeah. They're not fucking pleasant. And when we say they get to dinner-size plates, dinner plate sizes, dinner plate sizes, they fucking do, man. Yeah, like, they're creepy. And then snakes, honestly.
We'll talk more about snakes next week because we're doing the movie Anaconda.
Yeah, we are.
47% in the critics, 33% on the audience. Which
it's honestly not the worst score I would have ever thought for it.
I thought the audience would have been higher. This feels like a cult sort of DVD fan favorite.
Usually that definitely would be, but I guess people were sort of more in tune with wanting to see good movies back in 2002. Like, let's have a break of rinsing movies. Let's fucking really get into it.
And what else came out in 2002? Soul Plane.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
What a year for movies, huh?
Cast: David Arquette, Kari Wurra, Scott Terra, and a very young Scarlett Johansson.
Very young 17-year-old Scarlett Yo.
She is very wee. Plot: a small town is terrorized by seemingly unstoppable spiders who have grown monstrously large after a chemical spill. My only trivia for this movie is it was originally called A Rack Attack, which I'm very glad it wasn't.
All I thought of just saying was the fucking show Art Attack.
This
is an art attack? This is an art attack.
I was thinking of Marge Simpson saying the Shack Attack. And like, if it was called A Rack Attack, that's all I would be saying this whole episode. So thank God it's not. David Arquette, later on in the movie, he ADR'd a line and he improvised it. Something about I'm sick of these 8-legged freaks or something. He just improvised it on the spot, and the director was like, "Oh, that's much better," because of course it is.
Yeah,
anything is better than a rack attack.
He's still
got that line in the movie though. Earlier on,
yeah,
he's talking about the jumping spiders, and he's like, "Hey, they call it a rack attack." And even in that line, you're just like, "Ooh." Okay.
Yeah, you just go, "Okay,
yeah,
sure."
The alliteration's cute, I guess.
Yep, cool.
8-legged freaks. What do you think of it?
Fucking love this movie, eh?
Great, isn't it?
Jesus Christ.
It's fucking great.
Like, it's a shit movie, but I fucking love it.
I don't think it is, honestly.
Like, I say shit very lightly.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like,
but
it has its obvious errors, but
I think it deserves more credit than it gets.
100%. Because the main statistic you look at is how many Spider movies have come after this film.
None really,
Fucking
except for the
not many.
Asylum stuff. Like, I think there was a couple of.
Yeah, but I don't classify them as movies.
They're not movies.
They're video games, basically.
Yeah,
it's
experiments. I don't know what they are.
The Asylum production team just watched too many Godzillas and went, "Oh, we could do that."
Yeah, and then it's just a meme that went too far.
Yeah, and all they do is just rip off anything that happens anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's a fun as fuck movie.
It's a fucking hoot.
It's so cheesy. It's so corny, but it's marketed as a comedy movie anyway.
The tone is everything.
Yeah.
The tone is why I think it's better than a bad movie, because it knows.
Yeah, 100%.
Its tongue is pushing through its cheek. Like, it is taking the piss out of itself, out of, 50s monster movies. Like, you see a clip of them in the like the movie Them, not just Them as a whole. You see a clip, which is a big spider movie, and it's just like, it's a love letter to comedy, to alien invasion movies, to monster movies. It's just this fun love letter to all of those.
Yeah,
and I think that's probably why I have such a soft spot for it.
Yeah.
But fuck yeah, it's just a goddamn riot, and it knows it.
Yeah, 100%.
And it has fun with it. It plays with that.
Yeah, from the word go, it's just straight into it. There's no fucking about. It establishes its characters very early and just goes, "Yep, that's a character. That's a character.
Yeah.
We won't worry about it. We'll just get into it later."
Yeah.
But by the time we get to later, there's big spiders everywhere. Fuck it, can't do it.
And there's only a couple of real spiders in it, which I still can't watch. I was watching this morning, and I was just like, I'm gonna look away and have my breakfast.
Really?
Yeah, I just
bad?
Yeah, I can't look at real spiders. I just don't. I don't do it. It's the way they move. People go like, "Oh, huntsmans can't hurt you." Yeah, but they fucking like sprint.
I know.
They're the Usain Bolt of bugs. Like,
what
I don't like that.
Don't look up and go, "There it is," and then you look away for 1 second. Goes, "Where the fuck?"
Yeah, exactly.
Go on.
It's just like, why? Why that many legs?
And they're the
what
cunts.
Are you doing?
And just one more thing about the huntsmans: they're cunts that hide in the most fucking inconvenient spots.
Yeah, because they can like flatten themselves. Get a job.
Get a fucking job.
If you got that many legs, they'll fucking contribute.
Like, honestly,
how much? But they could do the roadworks.
Could you imagine?
With that many legs? Imagine that.
Easy as fuck.
You could stand around on 8 legs.
The whole
and do
bypass
nothing.
would have been done 2 years ago.
And get paid $60 an hour to do nothing. Spiders could do that.
Happily take the night shift on that.
But anyway, I don't like the way spiders move, and especially that fucking tarantula in the beginning. It's just the way it's like slowly skulking.
Because they're slow cunts as well, and it just makes it worse because they're thick, they're slow, they're hairy as all fuck.
Yeah, it's just so unpleasant. But then, people have asked like how I can watch this movie. They're big badly CG'd
Once you
jumping spiders.
Once you move away from the real looking one, the CGI
literally making like monster noises, like growling and clicking.
They
like
had
the
voice
Predator.
actors. There were 3 voice actors for the spiders in this movie.
And like clicking like the Predator. I made the joke last night when you were watching that. One sounded like Free Willy. It was just like like in the distance. It's like so.
They
funny,
all do,
man.
and then that, and then there's like later on in the movie, they're all like fucking running and jumping. And all you can hear is
yeah.
And I'm like,
they're all like,
they're fucking gremlins now.
Yeah, the initial jumping spider scene, which is the most 2002 movie scene ever, because you got freestyle motocross, you got like Skillet playing like fat riffs and shit, and then they're just like, you know, they're getting away from the spiders, but they're doing freestyle motocross tricks because the crusty demons were big at this time, I guess.
100%. Like, it was all about jumping
why is
moto.
that in there? But anyway, that's like a broad daylight visual effects scene. Like that's fucking brave for your only movie. It doesn't look good. Like they're clearly, they don't match. There's no shadows. Like they're jumping spiders, so you would assume there'd be shadows underneath them. There's not. Like they're just placed on the thing.
And the jumps all follow the same pattern.
Yes, yeah. It's clearly .gif repeat. You know.
Yeah, without a doubt.
But you get it. You get that it's a threat and they're running away from it. And then the explosion's real. They blow up this fucking giant tanker truck and it's this incredible
It's really
explosion.
cool. It's a good looking thing.
Such a good explosion.
But then you get the spiders crawling out from the fire and you're like, fuck.
And then and then
got a good scene.
then later on they're like, they're weak to fire. Like fucking everything is.
Duh.
Except water.
Fucking let's light you on fire and see how well you go.
But yeah, it just turns into Dawn of the Dead at the end.
Yeah.
But with spiders, because they're in a mall. There's like, you know, there's so many gags of like them pushing up against the like a grate, whatever you pull down,
roller door grate
thing,
roller shutter.
And like one of the cops has a chainsaw and he chops it all off and stuff, and the blood is like this mucusy green goo, and it's disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting. But it's not explained either. Just like the chemical spill made him bleed goo.
Yeah. And the sort of one thing you can appreciate is the fact that there's no like massive talking point as to why there was these chemicals being transported. Because all it is just cunts just driving some toxic waste.
Yeah. He swerves to dodge a rabbit or something.
Yeah, some jumps out, swerves, loses a barrel in the water.
And that's all it takes.
3 weeks later is when they apparently fucking find it anyway.
Yeah. But yeah, because the spider expert is getting crickets from that lake.
Yeah.
He's like scooping them up.
And then obviously they get fed to the spiders.
There you go.
Spiders get that mutation.
And that's it. That's all the story you need.
Which is really
literally
all
the story you need. We don't need to fucking, you know, this prequel movie about where the spiders came from, you know? Like, no, they came from a barrel.
Straight out of a barrel.
Just a barrel.
Into a creepy dude's fucking spider-infested home.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that. And in the end scene, when they're riding through the caves, there's like lots of red barrels. So you're just like, there's going to be an explosion. It's just total video game logic.
100%. You know, shoot that barrel, man.
And there is.
And
there's a very big explosion.
You get a big explosion there.
It's, you wouldn't even call this a horror movie. Like it's nodding and winking and tipping its hat at some horror movies, but it's like, we're not going to do violence. We're not going to do big kills or anything. Like people are going to get wrapped up in webs.
Yeah.
But then it's the Nickelodeon movie. You know, at the end, they bust out of the webs and they're fine. Everyone's okay.
Yeah.
Except the cat. I think the cat does actually die.
Yeah, I think
a lot of pets. Up. Yeah, a lot of pets.
Yeah, look, just the animals get fucked up. I'm not a fan of animals on this set. Easy to kill than a bunch of humans.
The trapdoor spider scene with the ostriches, and they're just making like the most cartoony chicken noises ever. Yeah, it's so fucking funny. But it's not. This isn't about.
Nah,
because this isn't about people getting ripped apart by spider legs.
No, it's not. It's not meant to really scare anyone.
No.
Like, obviously, it's just going to scare the people that have the phobias and that.
Yeah.
They're going to freak out over it anyway.
Yeah, it's more of a roller coaster. Like, it's that kind of scare.
Yeah. It's just hey, it's a bunch of big things doing shit.
Yeah.
And that's all you get.
Yeah.
Fine, no worries. You get the... you don't even get any jump scares. Realistically, no.
Not particularly, no. When there's a couple of attempts at it, like when the guy...
Very subtle.
He sucks up the hose and then all the spiders come out. It's not a jump scare, but it's just an unsettling image.
Yeah.
But because the CG is not great, it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But yeah, even when the spiders die, they just kind of pop. They just go... and just like, or some of them curl up and stuff like a spider does.
Best way to do it, isn't it?
But you know, when the tarantula is huge and it's attacking that caravan, that's if you're scared of spiders, that's a fucking scary image.
Yeah, it's like the fucking T-Rex in Jurassic Park 2.
Yeah.
Coming and fucking up the vans.
But then also there's a spider that stalks Scarlett Johansson in her bedroom window.
Yeah.
And like taps and creeps in like Michael Myers would or something. It's just like it's a giant
That was
spider.
probably literally the creepiest moment.
Yeah.
For the spiders in this movie.
And again, it's just kind of taking the piss out of teenage girls in movies. Because, there's a bit of, like, virginity talk, and she's off going to have sex with boys.
Off with the motocross boys.
Yeah.
Mum's like, nope, I'm a cop, fuck you.
Yeah, and then she learns the importance of listening to your mum or something. I don't know. There's a few little plot threads. Like David Arquette's come back to town after 10 years. His dad owned the mines, which blow up later.
Eventually blow up later, but do get reopened.
Yeah, that's important
anyway.
because they have to get to the mine somehow. So they need that plot thread. But yeah, he likes the girl cop, and then the cop likes him, and it's all small town, and they're all in, like, they all know each other and whatnot. Yeah,
the mayor of the town is the one that's sort of trying to control the lay of the land of this town.
Yeah.
And
but
obviously
then David Arquette comes back and he's just like, everybody's going to listen to me instead.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then, of course, such movies of this tone and this time, the kid's the hero after all, because he knows more about spiders. And that's all you need. So if you do good biology in school, you'll be a hero.
Remember that.
Yeah,
when the spiders attack, we'll be coming for you.
Find something you're passionate about, learn a lot about it, and you could save a town one day. You know?
Very good.
Science. Invest in science when you're young.
Yeah.
Science is important.
So my one gripe with this, it is so minimal and it's so dumb out of this whole movie. The start of this, so when old mate's in his spider home, and the kid leaves, and he's looking for that one spider, he's like, the fuck, spider's gone.
Yeah.
It's on his back.
Yeah.
That's established that that's the only spider out of its case.
Yes, yeah.
The minute it bites him, there are spiders fucking everywhere, all over the roof and everything. And it's like, we were just looking at each single, like, spider in its own little home.
Yeah.
And this was the only one that had a bit of a cracked case and got out.
Yeah.
But now suddenly, fucking everywhere.
It's like, they were waiting for permission.
I'm just like, it's too quick.
Yeah.
It's too quick there, man.
Yeah, because that scene, like, you got to establish that there's going to be swarms of them. It's just like, rode himself into a corner.
You just kind of got to let the first one bite him, let him fall over and do a domino effect. And then bang,
and he does do that, but you're right. The swarm has already started.
Happened. Yeah. And it's just like, just leave that a little bit longer and we would have been fine.
But that scene establishes the baby spiders bring the queen spiders gifts and stuff. And that's presumably why no one dies, is because they're gifts. They're not just prey or whatever. They're just gifts.
There is one cunt that dies.
Who dies?
Now, as soon as you say that,
I don't remember.
The young motocross kid goes into the tunnels and he comes across all the wrapped up people with the queen, and she grabs one and fucking injects straight into his stomach.
Oh, yeah.
To fucking, liquefy his insides.
Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, that's all we see, and it's a very obvious, it's coming through here.
And the guy who sucked the hose is dead. Because you see him and he's, sort of sunken face and stuff. Okay, so there's a couple of
deaths. There's a couple little ones.
But it's not gratuitous.
They make you work for it.
They really do. They slip it in there. You got to be paying attention.
Yeah. One of the more greatest scenes in this movie is obviously the cat getting fucked up in the wall.
The cat getting fucked. It's very Kung Pao into the fist.
Very Kung Pao.
Yeah.
It's very Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
It's very cartoon violence.
Yeah, and so it's just total cartoon because they're following it and they know where it is in the wall and it's pushing.
You're getting facial imprints of this cat through gyprock.
Yeah.
Gyprock does not do that. I can tell you that now. But this cat does.
Yeah.
And then it gets fucking 3D fucking mold painting. And then, fried up by the light.
But you got you got the funny, dopey sidekick cop.
Yep.
Every movie of this era had to have that.
Has to. Always.
I reckon movies are still doing that these days. And we just don't notice it anymore.
They're just more subtle now. And we're just we're more or less following along I kind of like that guy.
But like
sidekick.
he's the bumbling idiot who just keeps surviving no matter what.
Yeah, somehow.
I kind of like that as a trope. Like,
especially in a movie like this.
Yeah,
it just makes sense.
It's the first time he's ever had to use a shotgun, and he's bad with it. But he gets lucky a few times and saves people.
He thinks he was going to grow his hair back because he wiped his head with the radiation toxic waste. It was like, fuck, oh shit, oh well, rip.
So quaint and silly. My biggest gripe with it is the Harlan character, the radio announcer.
Yeah.
That shtick gets old very quickly. But he does have one funny joke later. There's like a huge swarm of spiders and they're running away from it. And the only way to get away is to climb a big tower. And he says, I'm scared of heights. That's very funny. To be like surrounded by spiders and they'd be like, oh, no heights.
Yeah, he's just like, fuck.
That's funny to me. That's very funny.
But then has no issue jumping off that building anyway.
Yeah, of course. Just into a bush.
Into a garden bush.
And again, that's like the no death thing. He's just okay.
Yeah.
He's all right.
100% broken
you see
something.
You see him fall. He's just, he's in a bush. He's okay.
Yeah.
So the original, whatever it was called, Larger Than Life, is on the DVD. It's like this black and white. It's just in a house, but as quite a good puppet, like stalking this person. It's really like unsettling and stuff, but that's more of a horror movie. But more of a 50s horror movie. It's still very gentle and it's more about atmosphere. But it's quite cool, and I don't know how it went from that to this, but I'm extremely glad it did.
A couple of nightmares, few too many drinks one night.
So fun.
It is just a fun movie, and that's the only way to explain it. You don't watch this movie to watch a movie. You just go, you want to watch a fun movie about spiders, have a bit of a laugh. Eight-legged freaks.
Cheer along. Yeah, and then that's like, if I was making a movie, that would be an enormous compliment to me, honestly. Like, and especially since that's definitely what they were going for with this. And I think, looking ahead to next week, it'll be that it's common. Anaconda and Eight-Legged Freaks have that in common. They're both just taking the piss, and
I feel like Anaconda's on a little bit more of a serious path.
Anaconda has an actual crack, but then like fucking Ice Cube and J-Lo and shit are in it, so. If that's Anaconda, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Ice Cube, yeah.
We'll find out next week. You'll find out next week with us.
Yep.
But yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about Eight-Legged Freaks.
It's just fucking fun.
I've just always loved it. I really loved it. I had to import a DVD to have it. Like,
that's brilliant.
Like, it's not fucking available anywhere here in Australia.
Yeah.
But
So I did have before we ended off here. So obviously, when I did originally watch this movie when I was younger, this movie did scare the absolute fuck out of me. Yeah. And I mentioned it on an episode before about nightmares and shit, but it was one of the biggest hallucinations that I've had in my house. So where I used to live, my room was at the end of the hallway, and it was a long-ass hallway. Yeah. And it had like my mum's room, sister's room, bathroom, toilet.
Yep.
And the way my bed was situated was along the back wall, and where my head rested, I looked straight down the fucking hallway.
Yeah. Okay.
Worst fucking positioning ever.
It's not ideal.
And it was pitch black, and I just remember looking down that hallway, and I was just hallucinating spiders crawling up that hallway, but like the big ones.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck, man? I don't hallucinate ever, but that one time was enough for me to go.
Yeah, right.
I'll revisit that in 15 years.
I've had bad spider karma once. Spider karma is real. I was delivering to a house, and on their front window, like they had the curtains drawn.
Yeah.
And there was a fuck off huntsman in between the window and the curtains, right? So they didn't know it was there, but I could see it, and I was just delivering it. I didn't say anything. I should have said, "Hey, I don't know how you are with spiders, but there's be careful when you open the blinds." But I didn't say that. I get in my car, do a few more deliveries, get home that night, open the door, fucking huntsman just drops down right next to me, traps me in my car because it's there, and I'm like, I'm not going that way, so I scamper over, and then just like the next day I didn't use my car at all, and thankfully I think at the time he was 93, my 93-year-old neighbour came and got it for me.
Jesus Christ.
This frail old man just like sweeping a spider out with a stick.
Oh, see, that's just the thing with the huntsmans. I know we need to end this, but just more on spiders because they're so fucked. Palm trees. If you're near a palm tree, park somewhere else.
Yeah, I don't park near trees or anything.
That is where huntsmans love palm trees. Their favourite.
Yeah.
So when we lived in Shell Cove, we had a massive palm tree at the front of it. You better believe every single one of our cars was implanted with Huntsmans.
All the time. Yeah.
No matter how far I tried to like pull away up a bit further on the side.
Yeah.
Nah, if that fence was there, I was going to crawl on that fence and go, oh, there's his car. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Jumping in that. And so multiple times, babies, adults, everything, driving to work, driving down the road, just getting into my car, bang, there it is.
Yeah.
I can see it on the door. But then obviously our house was one of the ones where it was an entry point where you had a little step up into the house and then you had the guttering above it as well. Really only one way into the house. There's no side access to it. So when there's one, bang, right up in front.
Yeah. Hanging
on that gutter, just staring. I sat outside for 25 minutes one time.
Yeah.
Because I could not. Yeah. I couldn't get myself to like even run past it.
The house belongs to the spider now.
100%.
That's it.
I was gonna throw up my key, going, mate, don't even worry about the rent. I'll still pay it.
Yeah.
But you have the key.
You just don't go near me. We got a good thing going here.
The amount of times I've had to bolt it out the door because from the inside of the house, just as bad as the outside.
Yeah.
Of maybe it's on the side wall and then you see it, or it's right above the screen door. So you got no idea until you sort of like look up and like fucking.
I hate that.
And then I have to, with my foot, kick the door open and then go.
Yeah, just absolutely it. There's none of that in this movie.
There's none of that in this movie. You're fine.
This movie, a big bad effect, spiders jumping around making noise.
You can take that in.
A fucking joy. So, that's 8-Legged Freaks, and that's You Like That Extra for this week.
Boom.
If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. That's very, very important. If you're listening to it on audio, if there's a review or anything or a follow button, just please click that. But everywhere you go, there's a link tree in our bio, and it takes you everywhere else you want to go.
Everywhere.
We are now officially everywhere on the internet because you made a TikTok this morning.
Officially, we are on TikTok. And I got to tell you, it's fucking easy getting views on TikTok.
Yeah, honestly. Just the right tags, the right algorithm.
A couple of hours, I put up the video of us putting up the neon sign.
Yeah.
It's on 300 views.
That's fucking mint.
I'm like, okay, I guess I'll make more TikToks.
It's all about that tag game, baby.
Yeah, we've got some content to make.
Just got to tag it. Anyway, find us everywhere. There's a new store. Mm-hmm. Is there a new domain or is it the same?
It is a new domain. It is just a Redbubble domain. Okay. But the link is down in our description anyway. Yep. I think it's like redbubble.com/people/you like that podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, Redbubble domains they're
really, really weird. But the link's there, so you can just click it.
You don't have to type
go straight to it. Even wherever you go, our Facebook, shop now, right there. It takes you to it.
Done.
Easy.
So this week's main show... Last week's main show, I should say, was Dune. And then this week's main show drops on Halloween. So what else would we be doing?
Take your guesses, baby.
Other than Venom 2. No, I'm kidding.
Fuck, I
It's
wish.
Halloween Kills. And we watched it last night, and boy.
You watched it already?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we're going to the cinemas and do it.
You're seeing it in cinemas?
Yeah, me and Brookie are at the cinemas.
Word of advice? Don't do that.
I know, but after watching June at home, I'm just like, nah, I need to go back to the cinemas.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's taking away from like a little bit of what I can take from a movie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's fair.
And it's two different outlets.
And by that you mean your complete attention, not looking at your phone, right?
Exactly right.
Thank you. Anyway, we are on your phones. We are You Like That Extra. My name is Jack. I have been and will remain to be one half of You Like That Extra.
And my name is Adam. Always will be Adam, and I will always be the other half of the You Like That Extra podcast.
See you on Halloween. Spooky!
Bye!